What do you think discipline is? Like, do you think you have to get up early in the morning and run 2 miles and then hop in the cold shower and get back to be disciplined? Do you think being disciplined is strictly following a long schedule and never deviating? Do you think discipline is pushing yourself past your limits and then pushing yourself even more? Because if that's what you think discipline is, no wonder you're not being disciplined. No wonder you can't stay disciplined. No wonder you burn out all the time. You feel me? Because that's not what discipline is. But that's what I thought for a long time. You feel me? So I'm not here to bash you, because I honestly thought being disciplined meant you had to be like a military style person and wake up and immediately get on your grind and never stop and just push yourself. Like, that always burned me out. And if that's the mindset you have, it will always burn you out too. So my goal with this video is to give you the right mindset about discipline so you can finally be disciplined. Okay? Because discipline is not about doing big extreme things. Discipline is all about doing what you don't want to do. And once you understand that that's what discipline is, well, now you can build the discipline in a lot of different ways. But before I get too deep into that topic, first of all, who am I? My name is Faith, and my goal is to help entrepreneurs, creators, and high achievers reach their goals by teaching you how to take action, stay consistent, and make goals happen. And if you watched this far into the video, you might as well go ahead and click that subscribe button, because I do make videos on topics like this every single day, so you don't want to miss that. Alright? Now, like I said earlier, discipline is about doing things you don't want to do. Now, if you want to build your discipline, you can wake up early in the morning, 3 a.m. You don't want to do it. That's you building discipline. You do 2-mile run. You don't want to do it, but do it anyway. That's discipline. You can do those things. But 9 times out of 10, that stuff is, if you're not at that level already, like if you start right here, this is like level 100, and you jump up here, you're gonna burn out after a week or so. And that's something I did for so long. Like, I always had these high expectations, jump to them, because I'm like, yeah, gotta be disciplined, gotta go all out, burnt out, fell back into my old cycle, and nothing changed. So, you can build discipline like that, but is it likely you'll stick with it? It's not likely. So if you want to build discipline, yes, do things you don't want to do. But understand that there are levels to things you don't want to do, right? You don't have to just automatically hop to the highest level. Honestly, if you want to build discipline, it's like a muscle. You can't jump to 50 pounds. You want to go to 10 pounds, all right? So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to show you some things that you can do that you don't want to do, that you normally don't want to do, but you do it. You can do this consistently every single day to start building up your discipline, all right? And once you start building up your discipline, then you can start ramping up the intensity. But this time you're not going to burn out, because you've already trained on the low level things to get to the higher level things, all right? I'm going to give you 3 things you can start doing. And these are just ideas. If you're like, okay, I don't want to do that, but I want to do these 3 things, it doesn't matter. As long as you just have 3 simple things you can start doing today, start being disciplined, and focus on doing those 3 things every single day, you will, I promise you, see a change, okay? So the first thing I could say is floss your teeth, okay? Most people don't floss. Because why? They don't feel like it. And what did we just say earlier? That discipline is what you do when you don't want to do something, and that discipline is a muscle you can build. And if you do things you don't want to do, you're gonna build that muscle. So if you don't feel like flossing, which most people don't, I hope you do floss. If you don't floss, you can use this not as a way to keep your teeth clean, but as a way to build your discipline. Because now you make yourself do something simple, something that's not gonna burn you out. Like, you're not gonna burn out flossing your teeth when you don't feel like it every single day, but you will burn out running 2 miles every single day when you don't feel like it. You feel me? Because it's just so simple. So if you floss every day, and you have in your mind that this is to build your discipline will actually build, because now you're doing something every day that you don't want to do, and it's so simple to do. All right, that's the first little discipline habit building tip I can give you. All right, the second one is sweep your kitchen every single day. Now, this is very simple. Like, anybody can sweep a kitchen. Even if the floor is clean, still sweep it. And why? Because do you ever feel like sweeping? Do you? Like, be honest, do you feel like sweeping the kitchen? Most people don't. That's a chore they don't want to do. And that's why it's so beautiful to be on discipline, because if you sweep every day, would you burn out? No. If you woke up at 3 a.m. when you're used to waking up at 7, if you woke up at 3 a.m. every day, would you burn out? Yes. Would you fall back into old patterns? Yes. But if you flossed and swept the kitchen, or just swept any floor every day, would you burn out and fall back to old patterns? Most likely not. Because it's so simple. It's like, it takes literally like 3 minutes to do it. Less than. Alright? And at the same time, as you're doing these things and you're repeating in your mind that this is being your discipline, well, you're gonna notice a big difference in your discipline. All right. Now, third discipline thing I can give you, and I put this towards the end because everybody says this, and I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna start with this. But the third thing, as you can see, make your bed. Because when you wake up in the morning, do you feel like making your bed? If you do, then obviously this doesn't apply to you. But if you don't, then do it. Because this is something very simple that takes less than 3 minutes. You can do it as soon as you wake up and have the mind that this is being a discipline. Make your bed up and your discipline will get stronger. So now you have 3 things you can be doing every single day that will build your discipline. And as time passes, your discipline will literally get stronger and you'll be able to do more things you don't feel like doing. For instance, you'll be able to wash your dishes as soon as you're done with them. Because you don't feel like doing it, but you've been practicing your discipline through flossing your teeth, sweeping the kitchen, or any floor for that matter, and making your bed. Now you have that understanding that you actually can do things you don't feel like doing. And once you start seeing that you're being more disciplined in other areas of your life, now you can start slowly wrapping it up and say, you know what? I actually want to start consistently going to the gym. Now, does this mean that once you build your discipline a little bit, that you should immediately say, okay, gym 4 times a week? No. As always, there are levels to this. So you want to ask yourself how you can make it easy, simple to go to the gym. You could say, okay, I'm just going to walk into the gym once a week. I'm not going to try to work out. I'm just going to walk into the gym. Because most times, just the fact that you're driving to the gym takes discipline to do. Because you don't feel like doing it. But the gist is, if you want to build your discipline, you got to understand there are levels to building your discipline. Discipline is a muscle. You don't need to jump to the highest height to build your discipline. All you gotta do is find simple things you can do daily that you don't want to do to make yourself do it. And I gave you 3 ideas you can do. You can floss, you can sweep, and you can clean your bed. But of course, there are other things you can do too. You could wash your dishes as soon as you're done with it. Honestly, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say before I end the video, you could honestly just say anything that takes you less than 2 minutes to do, you're going to do it. And that will literally be your discipline. Because there are so many things around in your day-to-day existence that takes less than 2 minutes to do, you're probably pushing off. For instance, I wear this really big coat when I go out for a walk. It'd be so easy for me to just toss my coat on my couch when I'm done with it, but because it takes less than 2 minutes to hang in my closet, I go ahead and hang it up. Or let's say I walk out, I see the kitchen table has some crumbs on it. It'd be so easy for me to just say, whatever, forget it. But because it'll take me less than 2 minutes to clean that off, I'll just go ahead and wipe it off. You feel me? So if you just find things that are small, that will not burn you out, and you just do it, but understand that you don't want to do it, but you're doing it to be disciplined, you'll actually start becoming more disciplined in general. Like, you'll have that disciplined mindset because you're giving your subconscious proof that you can do things even when you don't want to do it. And of course, as you're building that discipline skill, that discipline muscle, you'll notice the difference, and you can slowly start improving, increasing the intensity of that discipline. And this time, it won't run away from you. You won't burn out. You won't fall back into old patterns because you've built the foundation for discipline by starting on the small and then working your way up to the big. Alright? So hopefully that made sense to you. And as always, if you would like this video, subscribe, comment, give me a like. Let me know what you think. And remember, take action, stay consistent, make your goals happen, and I'll see you later.